Are we live? Hope so.
We are.
Hope. So should be live. Sorry for the discordant sound. Have to do something right. I will go post it. Okay, we are live as far as I'm concerned. Should be live. Can I be heard? Can I be heard? Yes. Nice. Okay, so we got the D1. Sorry for the some intro. So we got the D1 Texas with sprint, short quali, and 28 laps with racing action here. Hi, Tyler. So we are gonna start with full grid. That's the second race with full grid in HDR history, as far as I'm concerned. Hey, Davito. I was on softs though, but maybe softs and also mediums would be like equal. That's depends if you want to lose some time in the end. You go on softs, but you're gonna be much quicker than the other guys in the start. So mediums or um, mediums or softs are gonna be best, Tyler. That's from my perspective, of course. Yeah, I hope it's gonna be good commentary, cause I'm kinda tired, so I have to hydrate and get as much energy as I possibly have. Hi, guys, Death Star. So we are here in the Texas, and we are gonna start the D1 commentary. So menu, we can hide all of that. I hope it's not gonna be chaotic as it was in D2 or that. Like chaotic in the good side, you know, not the side of crashing collisions and that, but racing action more of that. And Davito is going out, so he's gonna be probably first on the lap. And we'll see what's gonna happen. And I didn't review the standings much, I have to say that, because um, I've gotta look on the standings now, if you excuse me. So the standings looks pretty much in KJ's favor, and the only driver who could catch up looks like to be that Star. So that's my point of view on the standings. I'm not professionalist, or I didn't study it so much, so don't know much about the standings right now, but I'm just gonna say that that Star is chasing the championship and KJ trying to defend it, which is I think real. So that's gonna be it. So we got Davito here going through the last two corners, and we are gonna do an onboard lap with Davito and his Haas. So he goes across the line on this smaller straight than the back straight. He's gonna go up the hill into turn 1. Hard to get traction out of the corner, hard braking zone. He's gonna go down the hill now into the long S's going through all sector 1. He's gonna go into first, second, third, fourth, up the hill. Now these kind of chicane, you know. Up the hill again. This is hard to get right, not to invalidate, almost flat out. Um, Now another hard braking zone on the back straight, hard to get traction also, as we see with Davito, who slides a bit, gets a bit of oversteer. Now back straight, this is a very long straight, very great opportunity to get things done in the race and in the sprint. Now hard braking zone again as Davito locks up. But it won't cost him as much time as it would cost a normal um, lockup. Now up the hill again. This is a very hard corner to get right with traction and turn in. Now flat out through this section here, up the hill, down the hill. Pretty much the easiest turn here. Now the almost flat out this turn. You can take it flat out, but you're gonna get the luck limits. The last turn, which is pretty easy, and he goes across the line, and it's gonna be 133.4, and that's great. It's gonna be across the line another. Oh, it's gonna be probably someone I don't see. So Charles is across the line. He's go 133.1, which is 3 times faster than Davito. And no one did beat Davito, only Charles did, so that's gonna be interesting for now. Oh, KJ did a lap now, so we can't watch him. Let's watch Gary's LR. There is LR. Yeah, I totally forgot that he's having a race ban with Assumbejer and Lewis, so they're gonna start at the back of the grid. If that star don't do some of the fuck up like he did. So, but Tom, as far as I'm concerned, you can do outlaps, and just you don't want to set a time. Just do outlaps and don't set a time. You can do that. I think that's right in the rule book. I was talking with Diamonds about that. So you can do outlaps. You did retire, but you can tell Assumbejer and Lewis they can do outlaps, and Lewis is doing an outlap. Maybe he forgot, maybe he's not. And that was invalidated, and that's gonna hurt Grizzler pretty much. Heymani invalidated Luke West, the D1 trialist, I think. He's maybe the only trialist as I'm looking at this grid. So he's going to the not to the I think that's third sector. He's going to the hard turn here, a flat out turn up the hill, down the hill, and He's gonna go to these last corners. And what is it gonna be from Luke West? Is he fast enough to challenge for pole? He goes 10th, which is kind of a not that much of decent time. He did lose on 2 seconds somewhere, and that's gonna not be fast. As I was talking about quali bands, Milan sets 1:32.6, which is 5 tenths of quicker than Charles's time. So that's great. So anyone else pretty much pushing to the limit, trying to set a good time. Heymani is on a in a lap. So yeah, I have to agree with that, KJ. That wasn't the greatest lap, but Heymani is now going to the third sector now. He did invalidate his first lap, so the second lap is not gonna be as great as the first one, I suppose, if he didn't do some big mistake. So he goes to the last corners here, almost invalidating. That was on a limit. Now he's going to the last turn, and he's gonna go third, which is a very needy lap, and pretty much I would say a pretty decent lap. But Milan is totally dominating this grid. He looks like D1 driver with D2 drivers. So that's not totally great for the others, but could be. KJ going for another lap after saying his lap was shit. And then they're gonna go for it now. As the Alpha Tauri goes off the track to not impede KJ. And he's going for a lap now. And I've gotta spectate Davito, and he's here. If you don't mind, Davito, I will spectate KJ, and when you're gonna be on fast lap, I will spectate you. That sounds like fair deal. Yeah. So I will spectate you on your head lap. I will have to keep eyes on you. But now we are with KJ, and he is not improving in the first sector, which is not gonna be great for him and this quali. And Davito is in the chat. I don't know if he's listening to me right now, but I would like to know the rain forecast, so then you can tell me. Or the weather forecast, sorry, not the rain, but it's the same pretty much. Oh, that was some of a slipstream from the RV, giving KJ the slipstream. And he sets a purple second sector, which is kind of a good, but it was not by much. But he needs every time he can get out of this lap and probably go for another lap at the end of the session. He's going to the last turns now. He's going to the last turn now, and what is it gonna be, KJ? What can you do? Jump to 6th, which is Dead Stars at the fastest lap now, but I have to spectate Davito, so we can go for another onboard lap with him and see what can he do. So let's watch the camera on Davito. Oh, bit of a sliding in the turn 1. Now going through the S's and sector 1, which is all of S's. Pretty much only S's are in first sector. He's now gonna go to the turn here to back straight, and he does that pretty decently. He's gonna go on the back straight here, long straight. I think it's 2 times longer than the pit straight, so I could say that. Now Davito going to the hard brake. He's gonna do minus 1/10, which is great for him. This could be a good lap that could give him even in the top 3, which would be very nice for him. Maybe he could go for another lap. Maybe with this set of tires, maybe go for another lap. We don't really know what his strategy is, but he's gonna go across the line to set 4th place, which is not in the top 3, but he's not that far from top 3 either. So that's nice. Milan is on a push lap. Let's watch this provisional pole sitter. What can he do? And he invalidated, which is that's sad. Oh, he's not the provisional pole sitter. Sorry, that star is now the provisional pole sitter. Diamonds is on lap. He's going for no, he's in on lap. Tyler is going for a lap. So what can you do, Tyler? I have to get some of the energy in me. So this is not boring commentary. I will just set my headset a bit better now. Yeah, he sets the purple first sector, which is really nice for him. He could be, with this pace, he could be sitting in the top 3 without hesitation. So, what can you do, Tyler? Tyler going in the back straight, in the hard brakes here. Hitting the brakes hard. Now, going to the turn. Now into the sector 3. And now up the hill, down the hill to this fast section. It's gonna go into the last 2 corners. And the only final corner, which is kind of not fast. Ooh, bit of a slide. And he goes 3rd. So I was saying he could go into the top 3 without hesitation. But only 1/10 between him and Charles, which is not that great. So that was pretty good lap. Optic Jamie is gonna go for a lap now. So let's watch him. He's on the bottom of the grid, with Grizzler not setting a lap. So Jamie is gonna go for a lap here. He's the D2 driver, I think. Oh, bit of a slide, bit of an oversteer in the turn 1. Now he's gonna go to the S's to try and go fastest as you can. The car sliding around as much as in okay, I won't say any Monza spoilers. I did see it like an hour before, so yeah. But the race was decent. I think I can say that. It was decent race. I will not say anything about Monza now. He's gonna go onto the back straight. Into the downhill brakes now. In the last sector, he's gonna go. And to the slower corners in the sector 3 now. Up the hill. down the hill, flat out, now into the fast corner, now into the slow corner, and he's gonna set. That's gonna be one. He did improve a lot, but it's not gonna be enough for him to do anything. But we want to watch Death Star and then Milan, because he's right behind him, and Death Star is now the provisional pole sitter after his Qatar. Oh, so he's not pushing, but KJ is. So what can KJ do on this lap? He is improving by a few tenths, but is it gonna be enough to go up? And he did it not to improve position at all. So let's watch Death Star on board, the provisional pole sitter. Maybe it's gonna be the pole lap, so we are gonna have it recorded. That would be nice. He's going into the first turn now. KJ trying not to impede Death Star. Into the assist now. Um, he go. He goes, and he's gonna go up the hill. You can take this flat out as far as I'm concerned. Now up the hill again. This is very slow corner. Hard to get right these two corners after each other. Now the quali is finished. Some of the drivers will not have a set lap. Now Death Star onto the back straight he goes. He's going to the back straight. Optic Jamie retired, but I think that's more of like I can settle up, I'm gonna retire. I think that's like that. He's gonna go through the into the third sector. He is improving by a lot of time. That's he needs to set a good lap. He's gonna go to the fast section here. I think that's two corner, but he's gonna go into the fast corner left-hander now. Almost track limit. That was really close. That's a very great lap from Death Star, and he's gonna go fastest. And Milan, can Milan do something about it? And he can, and he goes pole by almost a tenth, 500. Wow, that was great lap from Milan and Death Star. They're gonna be fighting with each other the whole race as Diamonds go forward. I didn't see him that high. I didn't see him that high nowhere when I was commentating. He was always in the low grid. So this is the quali results. I have to scroll it or I'm gonna get my ass kicked by admins and Diamonds. So I think this should be enough to scroll. And we are gonna go for the sprint now. Someone already up? Well, that's shit. Why are people adding up? I don't get that. If it's by a mistake, I totally get that, but why are you doing it? So, formation laps get underway now. Milan is gonna lead the way by all of these drivers. I will just... I like formation laps because I can get set up for the race without any problems. But Milan is gonna lead the way. All of these 20 drivers, which is the, I think, second time that this happened in Hyperdrive Racing history. I think it was Austria or Austria. I don't know what tier, maybe D3, D1, D2, I don't know. But we got it here again in Texas D1. So we don't see that much very often. He's warming up the brakes, and we'll see the race get underway after a few seconds now. So we're going to the last sector now, onto the grid. And we'll see what drivers are gonna be leading, what drivers are gonna be in the top 10. Steen, I didn't see him all quali. Why did he just spawn here? Really, I didn't see Steen. He just spawned there. That's like watching Grand Prix and you don't see Valtteri Bottas that much. I don't really notice Valtteri Bottas as much as Steen now. So the last cars now forming up on the grid. Lewis is gonna start last. And why do I see the Alpine and not Lewis? Yeah, because he's on the right. So we are gonna go, and I don't see lights, and that's sad. So, for 5 lights, and it's lights out, and away we go. That star gets a decent start, but Milan did get oversteer. Now it's Mercedes 1, 2, 4 this time, and I didn't see that in a long time, as Milan is struggling this Grand Prix start, and so much is happening down the field as Milan drops to 12. He did spun or something, and so much drivers are spinning around and losing positions. Wow, what a great start from that star. Diamonds and Milan just appeared in the top 2 now. But Diamonds is gonna try to get him again, but Grizzler is right on the gearbox of Diamonds. He's gonna try the overtake, but Diamonds is kind of a weaving, but that is on the limit, not a weaving. So he's going into the sector 3. Grizzler right up the gearbox of Diamonds, but now Milan is lagging a lot, and that's gonna hurt Diamonds' race. But I think he's gonna be ghosted, so Diamonds just has to put bit of a pace into the race. Milan is seriously lagging, and he should check his internet connection. And I think that's gonna be a bit frustrating for Diamonds to see him in front, behind, and yeah. So Grizzler right up on the gearbox, he's gonna go down the inside, under braking. Diamonds did get pushed off as Davito says thank you very much and now overtakes Diamonds. But wait, they're going side by side and they're not going side by side. So Diamonds lose on in one position, and sorry, it looks like Diamonds is lagging and not Milan. So Diamonds is Wi-Fi, no, and it was Eva. So Grizzler, thanks to the internet connection of Milan, and he says thank you very much, now goes into P2. Davito says the same and goes into P3, and almost all of the grid are gonna say the same thing, thank you very much, and go up a place. So Grizzler now is not gonna pull that big of a gap, but ooh, he makes a bit of a mistake, as Davito did make a mistake also. And now it's gonna be fighting between these two asses as Tyler goes down the inside. Now Davito goes down the inside, and that's gonna be side by side for the asses. But Tyler can get the move stake, and he's going to the last sector here. Grizzler, Tyler and Davito fighting for the last two podium positions, as Dead Star is totally vanishing in the front. And he says, I'm doing Max Verstappen, I don't want to see all of you all the race, or I should say all the sprint. As Tom sets the fastest lap, great recovery for him from the almost last place, now into 12th place. As Davito has losing so much time to Tyler. Tyler is now gonna go for Grizzler, and we are gonna look at the tires because they're gonna be a lot of useful, as only few drivers are on the softs, more than a half are on mediums. So we are gonna see some great action as the Hesses are side by side again, and I think that's just, I don't know if it's my internet or something, but it's really laggy today. As Tyler now gets DRS on Davito, and he's gonna try the move, he's totally trying it, but he's too far back to even pull side of Davito. So he's gonna just stay back, hope for the best. Ooh, a bit of a spin from Tyler, a bit of a... he got on the throttle too soon. But Grizzler is not getting away with this P2, as Davito is now right up on his gearbox, and Tyler is also right on the gearbox of Davito. This is gonna be some fighting between these two, as Davito sets the fastest lap by the time, and he's gonna go down inside on Grizzler, under braking. Oh, and he got spun. He spun himself. So now Diamonds will almost say thank you very much, but Davito just drops behind his teammate, and he can side and say, oh, thank God, because if he would fall on even more, Diamonds would be in front of him, and with that internet connection, you don't want Diamonds in front of you. Now, it looks like Davito is gonna go down the inside on Tyro in this weird overtaking zone, which is a not normally overtaking zone. Then going side by side, both of them should have DRS, and they both have a DRS, but Davito pulls in front of Tyler, and now it's gonna be can Grizzler run away with this second place like that Star did with first place? We're gonna see in a few moments, but Davito looks like he has more pace than Grizzler. Grizzler gets a bit of a mistake. Now Davito is trying to get him by all of his force, and he got oversteer again, and Tyler get in front of him, and now it's gonna be a fight between Grizzler and Time, because he needs time to get the gap pulled, so he's not gonna do something, as Optic Jamie spans in the second turn of Sector 3, and Grizzler almost run away with this, but he's doing too much mistake, he's too much under pressure, and he can't do anything with this much of a pressure, He needs to absorb that pressure, try not to make any mistakes, and he could take the second place home. But Davito and Tyler do look a bit racy today, and he's gonna try to overtake as much as he can. We are gonna get the penalties 2 laps before the race and sprint, sorry. And both Hasses make mistake, and Grizzler can say thank you very much for doing mistakes, but you're gonna catch me by the end of the straight, and he is gonna catch him, but he's not there to make a move down the inside on Grizzler. He's too far back again, so he's gonna go through the third sector here, trying to pull as much time as he possibly can. And it's gonna be interesting to see if someone can pull the great overtake on Tyler, sorry, Grizzler, as Diamonds now fell out of the DRS of these. So he just gonna need to stay behind. So Grizzler up front of Tyler, and Tyler is not gonna make any move. He goes a bit deep into the corner. Now through the S's or sector 1 we go. And that star is fast, but we don't need to count out Milan. I don't know what happened, but he's dead last behind Charles now. So there was so much going on into the first lap. There's gonna be a lot of incidents reported, but now we don't need to look at the incidents on the negativity of this race. We want only the positivity of this race, and that's Tyler racing Grizzler. Now Grizzler is gonna go defensive. Tyler is gonna go around the outside of Grizzler, and he can stay. Oh, as Davito makes the down the inside on Tyler, but Tyler just stays in front of him, and that was great racing from Tyler and Davito. Davito just sends it down the inside, getting the slipstream from Grizzler, and Tyler is trying to starting to slide a bit, so it's gonna be real interesting to see. Ooh, as Davito goes down the inside on Tyler, and wow, what was that move? That was a great move from Davito, as Davito now is gonna set his eyes onto defeating Grizzler in this few laps remaining time, and that's gonna be the most interesting of this race, to see who's gonna come out on top between these three. But it looks like it's gonna be only the two Hasses fighting with each other. So let's look. Who is it gonna be? So much drivers picking up penalties, but not far. Oh, as Grizzler makes some mistake, and now is behind of Davito, and I think that's a safety car. So a really interesting safety car, to say the least. That's gonna suit the soft runners to not get their tires worn out. Is it safety car? I think it's only VSC. No, it's safety car. But a great comeback from Tom, who is now 7th, and he's saying he got orange floor damage on lap 1, which is not great for his race, but he still did make up some positions. So let's look at the penalties. Not that much of penalties, only the drivers that are pretty much in D2 making some mistake, but some D1 drivers also. Position change. Tom totally totally wiping the floor with grids, and someone is gone out to the pits, and that's gonna not be great for a KJ. This is not great strategy to pit you got only one or two racing clubs really. So KJ did pit, and he's gonna lose out too much position now, and I don't think KJ will do anything with the new rubber in this not much time. As Mr. Haynes types in the chat, he got heated into the wall. I can see it. It wasn't seen on the stream, so you gotta have your footage. I know you're selling like information, but so the position changes are clear. Davito did make up 5 positions, which is great for his race, but Tyler did lose in 1 position, and he's gonna set his eyes on Grizzler as KJ comes out of the pit 14th, and he's gonna be lucky if he even gets into the points. Ooh, that star DNF'd of the safety car. That star DNF'd because of the safety car, and that's unlucky way to DNF, as Davito now is gonna lead the way. And what was that bug? I want to see clip of that, because the safety car is pretty much really slow. So wow, that star, the unluckiest guy of them all in this afternoon, and he's gonna set his eyes to the race, trying to get as much position as he possibly can. So Davito leading the way, where he's gonna do the restart, and now the restart can only be in the last turn, which is, I don't think it is smart, because all the drivers are gonna know you're gonna start the race like this. So Davito leading the way, Grizzler trying to get him, but Tyre is too close to Grizzler, but nothing happening. At Diamonds goes down the inside, but not pretty much for him, as it starts to rain on these last laps of this sprint. What is it? What is it? Death Star, you need to send the clip then. I want to see the clip of your DNF. So, Tom chasing Diamonds, and Grizzler is not totally chasing Davito. This looks like it's gonna be Davito's win. But KJ did do bad strategy, and I was saying that it's weird strategy and bad strategy. So this is gonna be interesting. They're gonna be on ice skates. Everyone is gonna be on ice skates to the last lap, because it's starting to rain. So Death Star, the championship contender, now out of the sprint, but KJ is not doing that much well either. So it looks like nothing is gonna happen that's gonna do much damage in the championship. Still, it's not wet conditions, so it's gonna be a pretty much clear lap, as Charles spins out again, and we'll see. This podium is gonna be like this, because we ain't got any DRS, and we got rain, and Grizzler would need to do something a really big mistake and try to not DNF to lose his position. Davito is gonna totally win this sprint. I don't see any much other possibilities that's gonna happen. Tom is not getting past Diamonds, but Steen is getting past by Tom. Ooh, that was... I got flashbacks from Texas 22, where did Lancer the bad defending move, but Steen almost gets the job done as a bit of a bumping into each other, but that's the rain. You can't say anything about this. And Tom gets 3 seconds time penalty because of the race, and he slides to the... Now Davito going to the last turn now. He's gonna go across the line to win the sprint in Texas. Grizzler comes second, Tyler comes third, and it was photo finish with Grizzler, and great racing from all of the drivers now, and Davito totally deserved this win, gaining 6th positions on in this race. Sorry, sprint. So we are gonna go underway in a few minutes. And I need to scroll the results again. I'm gonna get totally fired. So I think that's enough of the results. Now, we're gonna set the ice. Please, someone in the chat, tell me the forecast for this race. I think I said that late, but someone could say it, please. It's all dry. Okay. Thank you, Davito. Thank you, Tyler. You are the fans of this afternoon. So, let's watch what's gonna happen in this race. Hope no one ready up. Davito, I would say it's one stop. One stop, and be aware of softs dying quick and all the tires dying quick. So I don't think you should go softs to mediums this or mediums to softs this. I think that's the worst strategy you can go possibly, but yeah, medium hard. That's right. I would go that strategy, Davito. But it's not totally trusted because in my race it rained, so I can't say. But medium hard, it's totally, yeah, it's the safest strategy. It's the, I think you can't fuck up anything by doing medium hard. So let's watch this race. Don't ready up. If you want to know when you're ready up, look at the Discord. I don't do this, so if you would race in D2, I would say if when you can ready up, but I'm not the um, I'm not the staff of D1. Did I say D2? I meant D3. So, good luck everyone who's listening to this stream and racing. Good luck, have fun. and don't throw your wheel out the window or controller. So we are underway here in Texas with this, and it's a bit too mixed, a lot mixed tires. So we got the Davito on mediums, Grizzler on hards. If I were to count it, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 people on mediums, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people on hards and 2 people on softs. I hope I don't overcount it or undercount it. I'm not that great on math, so we'll see. So the tires are what we want to watch, but we are gonna watch position change on the start of the Grand Prix. And we'll see what's gonna happen in this Grand Prix. We got 28 laps of action here in Texas, so we'll see. So, the cars are now parking on the grid. We are gonna watch Optic Jamie, who's dead last. I don't know why. Who's the Red Bull? Milan? Milan is... yeah, because it's AI, of course. So, Optic Jamie, the last car on the grid. And we'll get underway soon. We don't see that much Red Bulls being in the back of the grid. And we are gonna watch from the POV of Tyler, because that's the best POV to see. So, 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 5 lights, 5 lights, and lights out, and away we go. And now Grizzler gets a great start on Davito, and Davito is now gonna set wheels with Grizzler. Grizzler is totally gonna get it. No, he's not gonna get it. Now it's Davito's again. Diamonds jumps up place. Tyro did make a mistake, and now Diamonds is on podium, and I didn't see that anytime. Diamonds is not that fast when I'm commentating, so this is a premiere for me to see him in top 3. Ooh, as Grizzler missed the breaking point. Now, behind Davito, is he gonna chase? Davito is gonna totally is. But Diamonds is pretty close to Grizzler also, but it does not look like it's gonna be some overtaking here. Steen jumps up to 4th, and we'll see some great fighting between McLarens. Tyler, Luke West, Lewis. KJ is too far back to do anything really. So the top 3 are starting to pull away. Steen is somehow staying with them, but it's not gonna be for too long. So Diamonds did make some mistake. Now Steen is right up on his gearbox. But Diamonds is trying to chase Grizzler, but it does not look like Diamonds can make any move anytime soon. But it totally looks in favor of Davito and Grizzler, who are gonna fight with each other for the win. In these few laps, maybe till the end, we don't know. They are on different strategy, it looks. So now, Steen is too far back to make a move. Luquest is far too back to move. But Grizzler is far back, he's not using his ERS, so... Wait, look at this ERS difference. 81, 56. That's a great difference between these two. And they're gonna try... Grizzler is gonna try a move. Maybe with DRS, but Diamonds is right up on his gearbox. Now, he's not gonna go side by side. Could have awaited that. So the possible strategies are not true because I don't see someone going 3-stop using all the 3 tires. As Lewis sets the fastest up, Charles sets the fastest up, and he did jump off a lot of places, you know. DRS now enabled as Diamonds trying the old switcheroo, but that's not gonna work for him quite that well, as he now get to chase again these 2 drivers, and Lewis is now 4th. Steen didn't make some mistake, so Lewis is gonna join the fight, maybe get the 4th win in a row. He's totally doing Max, but he's not gonna break Max's record, really. Max now 10th. So, Lewis is gonna go. Ooh, side by side, 3 wide, but Diamonds is totally in the upper hand. But he did make some mistake as Lewis now pulls up in his whip, says thank you very much, as Davito disappeared into the dust, and now it's fighting. Ooh, look between Diamonds, but it looks in Diamonds' favor, as Lewis is now gonna chase Grizzler for the lead of this Grand Prix. So, what's gonna happen here? Lewis now... Steen jumps up to 4th again, and he's gonna try to go for the podium here. But is it gonna be podium? We'll see. So the top 3 starting to pull away, but not that much. So, Lewis is now leading the Grand Prix. Pretty easy move on the straight. Nothing you could look and say that was dirty. That was easy move on the straight. Now Lewis is leading the Grand Prix, and he's too fast even for D1. So, we'll see. So now Grizzler trying to chase down Lewis again for the place, but it looks like Lewis is gonna just pull away and leave the fight only for the podiums. So and this is great camera from the upper view. I like this view. Tom sets the fastest lap, and he did fall again. I don't know why he's 18th again. That's interesting. So, sorry for yawning. Now, Grizzler is still on the tail of Lewis, but can he make the move at the end of the straight? And I don't suppose so he can. So, the difference between these two in ERS is not that much. The top 3 is pretty much saving ERS, but Diamonds had to ruin it because he's not saving that much. But these two are totally saving the ERS for later stages in this Grand Prix. So, we'll see. Now again on the straight, but Lewis is pulling and pulling away from Grizzler, and he's gonna get the move done. Is he gonna get the move done? No. Why did I even say that? I don't know. So it looks like the top 2 pulled away from rest of the grid. Now it's gonna be fighting between Grizzler and Lewis, but I think Lewis is just too fast, and if he can somehow pull away from the DRS range of Grizzler, that would be great from him, and he would totally get the advantage. But now it looks like Grizzler can make the move down on the straight, and Lewis just lets him by. I don't know if it's because of fuel or ERS or strategy, but we'll see. It's interesting strategy to just let him by, not to fight it that much. So, Grizzler may make some mistake, as now Lewis pulled up again in front of him. And Davito retired. Oh no! He won the sprint. He was so great this race, and now he retired. I'm so sorry, Davito, to hear that and to see that. But yeah, you won the sprint. So So Grizzler now chasing down Lewis. Lewis's strategy did not work out to let him in front because Grizzler did make some mistake that set him a bit too far back. So let's watch these two race, but it looks like Lewis pulled enough of a gap to Grizzler. Diamonds is so far back, but Steen is gonna maybe do some move. He's gonna go down the inside on Diamonds, under braking and making the move done pretty easily, but the Diamonds do the all switcheroo, as now Death Star somehow out of the depths of 18th place pulls up fighting for the podium. How is he doing that? He's just too fast. Now he's gonna set his eyes on Steen and Diamonds, as Grizzler is not getting any closer to Lewis because Lewis set the pace to maximum now, and we are gonna see not that much of interesting clubs indeed. So, let's watch these three fight for the last podium step. Death Star may be fighting for the win here, but it looks kind of equal now, as Steen would need to make a move on diamonds to even Death Star do something. Death Star did use a lot of his ERS, as Steen did also. Diamonds is having from these all having as much as ERS as he can. So, ooh, we'll see. Or as Death Star pulls great move on Steen, just trying to pull, and it looks like Diamonds is gonna lose 2 positions on one straight, and Death Star trying to go down the inside, but that's not gonna quite work for him, as Diamonds is now side by side with Death Star, but it looks like, ooh, that's too close. Death Star now, ooh, that's a great racing, as Luke West now pulls up. I didn't see him even being in this fight. Now he is totally in this fight, but Death Star did defend that move from Luke West, which was great move. Now Death Star is gonna try to do a move on Steen, which should be pretty easy without the DRS help for Steen. So Death Star now pulls up in front of Steen, but maybe Steen can get switcheroo. No, it looks like Death Star is now gonna chase down the top 2. So we'll see, maybe some epic fight in the top 3 again, but it looks like he's not pulling away as much as he would want, and Steen is gonna have a DRS for another lap of this race. Maybe last of this DRS on Death Star, but we'll look, because Death Star is rapid as Steen spans around. Wow, that was not so great. As KJ now pulls up, I didn't see him also. What is this race going? So now, Death Star, Luke West fighting with, as Luke West pushed off the track Diamonds, that was maybe under braking, trying to Diamonds, defend from Diamonds, as KJ picks up 3 seconds time penalty. And now we'll see fighting between these 4 drivers, but it looks like KJ is gonna pit on the hard. I don't know what is that strategy, but okay. Maybe he's going on to the hards again. We want to see what tires he's going on. He's going on mediums. Okay. So Death Star now chasing down Grizzler, but it does not look like he's getting the gap cut down as much as he would want, because Grizzler is totally helping his pace with the DRS of Lewis. And that's gonna be epic fight in the front with these 3 drivers trying to win. Maybe Davito would be up there, but some mistake cost him the race, as Grizzler now moves up into the first place again, and it's gonna be fighting as we see Death Star trying to cut down the gap, but it's not working as much as he would want to in this race. So maybe we'll see Death Star trying to get them with the undercut. Yeah, we'll see. So Death Star chasing down, but we'll see. Easy move, maybe on the straight of Lewis. No, he's gonna have to go down the inside, Maybe he's not gonna even try a move. He's not gonna even try a move. Save some fuel, save some ERS, and he's gonna just stay behind of Chrysler for now. So, Milan picks up 3 seconds time penalty, and he jumped to 12. I don't know if he's racing or is the AI, but I don't think AIs do get a 3 seconds time penalty for mistakes on the track. So he is, as a lot of people now pitting on the onto the new hards and even onto the new mediums, which is pretty um, interesting strategy, as now Lewis is gonna go down the inside on Grizzler, but it's gonna be easy move, as Death Star is getting the cap cut down, but still not as much as he would possibly want to get the gap down. So we'll see great fight between these two, and maybe Death Star. He did gain 1 second out of nowhere in this last lap. So let's look. What can Chrysler possibly do? He's chasing down Lewis, but it's not gonna work for him. He was too far back. So, Grizzler chasing down Lewis, that's gonna be said a lot of times. But Death Star, don't count out Death Star just yet. He is closer enough to get Grizzler into his DRS. So we'll see what's gonna happen as Diamonds and Luke go side by side into this corner, which is a very unusual overtaking zone. But Luke West is now gonna do the move on the straight, and that should be an easy move, even easier than said. So now Diamond is gonna try to do, as we see some fighting between Kalum and Asumbejer, and Asumbejer do get unfriend. And where's Tom, by the way? He's behind. Okay. So who was in the pits? So Luke West is in the pits. The top 3 still not pitting, even though Lewis is on different strategy than Grizzler Rizzler. So maybe we'll see some interesting strategies forming up. Maybe they're going on to the softs in the end of the race. We'll see what's that gonna be about, as Death Star is almost in the DRS zone of these two, as KJ picks up 3 seconds time penalty, Luke West picks up 3 seconds time penalty. How? So much penalty is going out? Didn't expect that. So, Death Star is chasing down Grizzler Rizzler, and he's probably get in the DRS range on this straight, or he's gonna have to wait. He's gonna have to wait until the next DRS range. Well, that's gonna be interesting, as Grizzler is gonna totally make a move on Lewis on this straight, Down the inside he goes, which should be pretty easy move. But Lewis switchbacks onto the Grizzler, and that's gonna be great for that star and his gap. He's now in the DRS gap of Grizzler and Lewis, and that's gonna be great information for him, as a lot of people now pitting onto the hards and mediums. So let's see. So he's now in the DRS range. He's gonna chase down the win. Oh, he's totally hungry for it, more hungry than Fernando Alonso for his win. Maybe that was maybe overstatement, but we'll see how hungry he is to fight. But don't count out Aston Bashir, who is not that far back either, to do some amazing driving, but 11 seconds is a lot. It's totally different between 3 and 11 seconds, so we'll see. Now that star is Lewis pits, so that could be undercut for him. We got only few laps remaining in this race, and Lewis pits on new hards. Maybe it's too late for that, or is it? No, it's not. Maybe, I don't think it's not. But these two are gonna carry it. Maybe 2 another laps, then pit onto the mediums. Maybe softs, but we'll see. No safety cars happening, even with full grid. Wow, I didn't see that very much. We don't see that often. So now that star is gonna make the move on Grizzler, and that's gonna be easy move on Grizzler. He pulls up front, even on the straight, and now it's gonna be maybe Grizzler struggling a bit, losing tire grip. He did lose a tire grip. He's sliding around pretty much. So we'll see what's gonna happen. And now it looks like a big favor, and that star is that star pit, and Grizzler reacting onto the Death Star pitting. And now Death Star, what's your strategy? He's gonna go onto the mediums, and Grizzler is gonna go on what tires? Also mediums. So Lewis, even with the undercut, is gonna have not great of a grip than the mediums. So it could be a big fight up front, as Steen and Heymani did not pit. There may be pitting onto the softs, but it's not their fight in the up front, so they need to know their race. As Lucky Lemon retired, and I don't know where he retired, but it's not safety car. It would be bad safety car for our front runners. Heymani just lets him by because he knows where his race is. He's gonna have DRS to help him on this straight for a bit, and to make Steen wait for a bit to make this move. As Death Star is making the move on Steen, and ooh, that was close. But now Death Star on the gearbox of Heymani, and he needs to get up front of him as soon as he can get, and he did get up front. He's gonna chase down Lewis again, but can he chase down Lewis again? Or Lewis is too rapid? Who is too rapid here? Death Star or Lewis? Death Star got the tire advantage. Lewis got the lead. So, what is it gonna be? So now, Death Star is chasing down Lewis. He's rapid to the first sector here. And he's not as much rapid. But can he make that DRS? Can he make it? He's not gonna make it. He did not make it. But now he is in the DRS range. And Grizzler is too far back to do something. He came out in the traffic. So he's gonna be maybe happy for the podium. Maybe his pace could carry him into the fight for the win. But we'll see. And now Death Star is showing that he's rapid. But we don't have to forget he's having 3 seconds time penalty. So even if he overtakes Lewis, he needs to pull 3 seconds gap on Lewis, or Lewis needs to get 3 seconds time penalty. So let's see the racing between these two. What is it gonna be? Now that Star is gonna go around of Lewis, and that should be easy move on Lewis. And now he's gonna have to pull for 1 second in this first sector, or let the fight hit. But he's not gonna pull a second in first sector. Maybe he is. Oh, he's gaining so much through the first sector. He's totally rapid in the first sector. But now Lewis is gonna have a DRS to overtake him again. So that's gonna be big fight. But don't count out Grizzler. He's also rapid to the first sector, slow on the straight. So we'll see a big fight for the win here. As SM the Basher picks up 3 seconds time penalty. But now Lewis did not make a move, in fact. So Death Star now got few corners to make up 1 second, but he's not gonna make up 1 second. That's not gonna happen. So let's see. Death Star sets the fastest lap of this race. He is totally rapid on this track. He's totally fast on this track. Can he do something about Lewis in his DRS zone? Maybe pull a 1 second gap? We'll see. What's that gonna be about? But maybe Diamonds chasing down Podium is gonna be more interesting. And he's not gonna chase down Podium because it's 16 seconds. He's gonna fight with Luke West for the 4th place. But did that Star make it? He did not make it, in fact. So Lewis got again DRS. And excuse me for a second. So we are back for this race, which is being amazing for now. So let's look at the position changes. Death Star making up 17 positions, and he's totally gonna be the driver of the day. If that's not gonna change, he's totally gonna be the driver of the day. So now Lewis is not on his tail. He's losing touch slowly, and Death Star got 9 laps to make 3 seconds gap to him. So, let's see. 5 DNFs in this race, no safety cars, no red flags. Wow, great racing from everyone. I didn't see much collisions for now. Maybe we'll see something. So he did not pull a second to Lewis, so he's gonna be on his tail again. And Grizzler is not catching up either. So let's look at the tires. It's pretty easy. Tyler on softs, that's interesting. He sets the fastest lap of the race. So now, oh, and Lewis is making too much mistakes, and now he doesn't have the DRS on Death Star, so it's gonna be a fight between Grizzler and Lewis. Can Grizzler catch up to Lewis and K and Death Star? Oh, as can Death Star make 3 seconds gap to Grizzler, because Lewis did pick up 3 seconds time penalty also. So if Death Star wanted to chill, Grizzler would need to pick up 3 seconds time penalty also. And that does not look like it's gonna happen for now. So it could happen in any time, but it's not gonna happen for now. And Death Star is rapid, but is he that much rapid to win this race, even with penalty? KJ, the championship leader, is down in 14th, and that's gonna be great result for Death Star, who is gonna be leading the championship if he's gonna win. And wow, that would be great comeback from Death Star. KJ would need to finish in I think 7th, 6th, somewhere around that, to Death Star not to lead championship. So I think Death Star is gonna lead the championship. I don't see much possibilities happening here. He needs 3 seconds gap to Grizzler though, and that does not look like it's gonna happen. But let's look down the field, where is much better action than up front. So now we got Heymany and Steen racing for the 5th place, and Sumbecher did pull away. Grizzler could go for the fastest lap, and Death Star picks up another 3 seconds time penalty, and that's gonna be an interesting result for him. He is not gonna win with picking up penalties, and wow. So now Steen chasing down Heymany, but can he chase him down enough to get that place? But there's so much penalties. Ooh, Steen slides off, and that's not gonna be a move, as Diamond is pretty much chilling in the 7th place, and there's not much action happening. But wait a minute, Lewis is now again in the DRS zone of Death Star. Let's look at the penalties, where Death Star is totally fucked with these penalties, and he's not gonna win with this much penalties, as Lewis again sees opportunity to overtake him on track and be the rightful winner of this race. But is it gonna happen? Because Grizzler is not far back either. So this is gonna be an interesting result at the end of the race. So now, let's look what's gonna happen. Lewis chasing down that star, but he is far back to make that move. But that star is out of ERS, and that's gonna be great information for Lewis, as Grizzler is just gonna maybe chill. But he needs to keep that gap in 3 seconds to possibly win this race without crossing track limits 3 times. I don't know how many warnings he got, but maybe it's gonna be 1 warning, maybe 2, maybe 3. No, it could be only 3, of course. Or, sorry, 2. So now, he could still be on for the winning of the race. It doesn't look like Lewis is gonna catch up that star even with the DRS. So nothing is gonna happen there. As Asum Becher is now fighting with Heymane and Steen again now. So he's in the Ferrari sandwich for now, but he's too far back to make a move on Heymane, and Steen is too far back to make a move on him. So no racing here. Lewis is not gonna do anything pretty much on this straight. He's gonna win the race anyway. Maybe win the race because Grizzler is here. He's helping his pace with this DRS. He's not gonna maybe want to overtake that star, so that's gonna stay like it for a few minutes. So that star totally rapid in this race. Asum Becher is now overtake Heymane, and Steen is not gonna do the same because he's too far back to make the same, and he unsandwiched himself from the 2 Ferraris. And Grizzler started to lose time, and that's not great news for him, because if he loses another 4 tenths to Lewis, now only 3, he's gonna lose out on potential win here and just take the podium home, which is not gonna be great, and he's almost out of the 3 seconds. He needs to pick up the pace if he wants to win this Grand Prix, and that's gonna be either close or it's just gonna be too far back for him to do it, and it's 3 seconds. Now it's again not 3 seconds. Well, that's gonna be interesting. Maybe Lewis is gonna try a move on that star, but maybe he's not. We got only 3 laps remaining of racing here in Texas. So who's gonna be the rightful winner? It's between these 3 as much as it wants. It's not even between these 3, because with the penalties it's only between Lewis and Grizzler. That star is gonna fall back to 3rd no matter what happens. So let's look at what's gonna happen in this race. And no overtaking here. So Lewis is just gonna maybe stay back try to help Grizzler is just hanging around the 3 seconds. If that's gonna be a finish, that's gonna be a close finish. As now Lewis is right on the gearbox of Death Star. Maybe the tires started to go off a bit, the mediums. So now, ooh, that was a bit of a unbraking maybe. Now he's gonna overtake a Death Star on this straight. He's totally going for it. He's gonna overtake him, and it's gonna be easy move. And Lewis, it looks like Lewis is now gonna win the Texas Grand Prix. But wait, Grizzler now again. We need to look but at the leader now. So Grizzler is not gonna win this championship. Sorry, championship race. So, I don't think nothing is gonna happen here. So, let's look at this fight. In this fight for fourth, but it looks like it's gonna be Steen no matter what happens, because he ain't got penalty out of this drivers, only one. And let's look at the penalties, because they're gonna be the interesting graphic to look at the end of the race. Tires are not gonna be important for this race anymore. So, now Heymany chasing down Steen. Ooh, as Sumbecher makes some mistake. Steen tried to find a gap, but it was nowhere close to a gap. And it's not gonna be, like Senna once said, if you no longer go for a gap that exists, you're no longer a racing driver. That's not right. If you no longer go for a gap that exists and you have enough power to overtake, then you're not no longer a racing driver. But it does not sound as great as it should be, as now Steen did hear my quote, and he's gonna go around the outside of Sumbecher, and it looks like it's gonna be Steen's. But wait, Sumbecher with the switcheroo now, and Steen totally fighting it, but it looks like it's gonna be Steen's for now. He's out of wait, that's the last lap, so Lewis is on the last lap, right? Steen is not. So no overtaking happened here, and the fight is not on. Steen is totally getting the 4th place, even if he doesn't want to. Oh, that was close fighting between these two. But a 6-second time penalty is not gonna help. Ooh, what did happen there? Where did Heymany gain so much traction out of this corner? So, great fighting between these three, and between these three up front, where Grizzler just fall back too much. He's gonna be happy with the P2, I think. Lewis is rounding up the final sector, but we are gonna look at this driver. Steen is too far back, but Heymany is gonna make the move, and that's gonna be a clean move without any defending from Sumbecher. And now Lewis rounds up the final corner to win the Texas Grand Prix from last place in quali. Because of quali 1 he wins. He's totally unstoppable. That's his 4th win in a row. But the fighting is not stopping there, because these three are gonna cross the line, and Heymany is gonna be first to cross the line. but it's gonna be the last out of this top three, um, out of this three drivers. So Steen picks up 4th place, Assumbejo picks up 5th place, Heymani picks up 6th place, and wow, what a win from Lewis. That star gotta be sad because of the penalty. He could be uh, on the highest step of the podium. He's only now on the 3rd place. Great driving from Grizzler also. And let's do the driver interviews. So, is someone for interviews or Diamonds is for an interview? So let's move him right here. Diamonds.
Hello, Emu.
It looks like it's pretty disappointing race finish. What can we say about that?
I was on for a good result. Talk about it'll be in the instance pages of what happened with the Steam Basher. Just decided to, I don't know, straight line me. But the pace was there, and I had some nice battles along the way with several drivers. Most notably Tom at the end. Very good battle with him. He got ahead of me on the last lap, but then ran out of fuel, which was funny. Then in the sprint, it was a lot of aggressive driving, but no major collisions. How was it from the comms?
Yeah. So I think decent result for you. P7, it's not that bad, but you were fighting for the podium for a few laps. But then just fall back. I don't know if it was the strategy, the pace, or what was it, but
It's just pace. I'm not at the pace of the aliens that are in Division 1.
yeah. So, decent race from you. Would you like to say anything in this interview?
No, it was nothing really to say else on that. Did have a big lag spike on lap 1. I got up to P2. Mercedes won 2, and then I lag spiked down to P6. So that wasn't fun.
Yeah, you were lagging a lot. I was confused if Milan is lagging or you. Both of you were lagging, so I was right in every way.
Yes,
So
you were.
I was
Overall fun
like,
race.
I was
I'll
like,
take a P7.
yeah, I was like, Milan is lagging, but wait, Diamonds is lagging too. So yeah, that was a bit confusing moment for me. But now we got some people waiting. So have a nice evening and goodbye.
Bye.
I'm gonna disconnect him right now. Let's move KJ. KJ, can you hear me?
Can hear you, yes.
Yes. So, a lot disappointing race from you, finishing P14 with 18 seconds time penalty. Wow, that's gotta be a bit too disappointing for the race. Can I ask what that went for you to finish only P14?
So pretty much it's been a terrible weekend all around. Qualifying, I got P11, which was terrible. The sprint, I was up to P6, which was pretty good, but I picked for Inters as a gamble at the end, but it didn't get wet enough, so I've got P11 again. Then in the race, it was actually going really well. Started on hards, was overtaking a bunch of people, and basically Death Star got past. I think it was Jamie and AMG battling, and then I was eager to get past them, so I was following closely into the next turn, and all of a sudden AMG slams on the brakes and my wings off. So I pit because it was like orange wing damage, and they don't even change it. So that's terrible. So I pit the next lap and they do change it, but then they give me a set of old hard tires, which were the ones I already started on. So then I'm just worn again, and then I was just lonely for the rest of the race. I pit for softs to try and get the fastest lap, but I didn't even get that. And yeah, I just wasn't really bothered about penalties because I just had nothing to do, and there was no safety car, so I had no hope.
Yeah, that's disappointing and sad for your championship lead, which is now, I think,
I
that
think
Star
I
did take it now.
think still just leading it because Death Star gets 21, I get eight or seven or something from 13th because I did carry on. I was going to DNF, but then I realised I wouldn't get any points. So I
I
know if I just
don't really understand the points of our league until this time, so
yeah.
I was just saying it out of the pointing system of real F1, so he
Yeah,
should be leading, I think. Maybe we'll
I
look
think
at the standings then.
he gets 21, I get 8, gap's 19, so it'll be about 5 the points gap now. I'd still just be leading, I think.
Yeah, so now I have to end this interview. Disappointing race from you. Maybe you can do something better. I think the race is. What's the next race?
Vegas, which anything could happen.
Yeah, Vegas. I don't like that track. Yeah, but maybe you can do something on Vegas. And have a nice evening. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
So let's interview that star now. Wait. That star, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So, totally rapid race from you. It was only disappointing because of the penalties. You finished third because of the penalties, but you stormed through the field and taken the P1. Oh, wow, what a great race. Can you say something about that?
I mean, yeah, to be honest, I had good pace all weekend. At least the people who I was the drivers who I was competing with, they kind of had some incidents, so it helped me.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think I was in the top 10 by like lap 3 because there was just so many people getting spun out. It was a bit chaotic, but at least there was no safety cars.
Yeah. So no safety cars, 5 people DNF'd. Yeah, it was I think it was pretty clean race without the safety cars, but I don't have any more to ask you. So, w- do you want to say anything from the race? Something?
Would you like to talk about how I crashed into the safety car in the sprint?
Yeah, I would like to talk about. I forgot about that even. How did you manage to do that?
So I was like holding my brake and accelerator to try and warm up my tires, and I didn't slow down enough. So I just ran into the back of the safety car.
Yeah, the safety cars are pretty slow. I don't know why are they so slow, but it's annoying
They're also
sometimes.
they're
So
also built like a brick.
yeah, they are, but I think it's real only for the Formula One car. I think the safety car that would be like in real life. So I think that's all from me. And would you like to say anything else?
To be honest, no, not really. It was quite an easy way through the field, to be honest. Just because of how much pace I had, and I think quali proved that me and Milan were about 8 tenths ahead of the rest of the field.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So great race from you. Now have a nice evening and goodbye.
All right. Thank you.
So let's interview Steen now. So Steen, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
So
was
great result from you, finishing P4 with the penalties applied. So what can you tell about that?
Yeah, it's a pretty great race for me. Just pretty clean, a lot of great moves. So I'm pretty happy with that. And yeah, overall great pace throughout the whole race. It's a shame that I got tapped around at some point. I was within a second of Death Star, and the whole group behind me, and I had a little bit of rear locking, so I almost spun, and someone just collected me on the inside, and I spun around, so that lost me like 10 seconds. And then or Death Star was just gone and never seen again. And he caught up to the front back, so maybe could have been P3 or P2 at the end, but pretty happy with P4, P3 overall, with the sprint race points as well. So happy with that.
Yeah. Now, I don't have anything else to ask you really. Great battles between Asumbejer, you and Heimane, but you were to finish P4 in the end because of the penalties. Would you like to say anything to this interview?
Yeah, great teamwork with you, mate.
Yeah.
Overall, just he was in front because he had penalties and 1 lap newer tires. We boxed at the right laps, so
Yeah.
happy with my race, and gonna rewatch it to maybe get some incidents squeezed out of it, but I don't think it's much. So pretty good race.
Yeah. So now I don't have anything else to ask you. So
Okay,
now have a nice evening and goodbye.
same to you, mate.
Thank you. So now, do we got anyone else? We ain't got anyone else. So I'm gonna end this stream. I think it was decent race, great action, and now I'm gonna end it. Have a nice evening, everyone, and goodbye.